Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Nordic Vortex Trigun podcast. I'm your host, Dustin, and I'm here with co-host Sean Nelson. Today, we have a special guest, Dakota Overland, and she has a pretty large announcement for federal. But first, we're going to get into who we have for sponsors. So, Sean, what do we got?
Yeah, let's jump in from the top. Once again, we have Nordic Components and Vortex Optics as our title sponsors. Platinum coming in with Hyperfire, JP Rifles, Luth AR, Thunder Beast Arms. Our gold sponsors so far, American Defense Manufacturing, Arms & Arms, Federal Premium, Keltec Weapons, Nine Line Apparel. Silver, that list has grown quite a bit here. We've got Gunfighter Targets, Hawkeye Ordnance, Hodgdon Powders, Hunters HD Gold, King of the Mountain, Obsidian Arms, ORM Tech Ammunition, Rise Armament, Rubber City Armory, Savage, Shoot Steel, and XS Sight Systems. Our bronze sponsor, Range Tactical Gear, and contributing sponsors, Benelli, Brownells, Burris, Ducat Highwide, Redding Reloading, Starline Brass, and Warren.
We're going to move on to, I guess what popped up on our social media page a couple of days ago was a big announcement. That's with Federal Premium. They've got an announcement, and to give us more information on that, we have special guest Dakota Overland. Hi, Dakota. How are you?
I am fantastic, Dustin. How are you?
I am fantastic as well, Dakota. Thanks for asking.
Anytime.
What's going on with Federal? What do we got going on here?
Well, later today, May 23rd, Thursday, we are drawing a name of one of the juniors that is, I believe, either on the wait list or in the match, but doesn't have a sponsor slot or like anything like that. So we're drawing a name out of like a hat or something of one of those juniors, and they will get their slot paid for by Federal. They will get a case of Syntec ammunition of their choice, I guess, and a Federal hat.
That's awesome. Now, you keep saying we. Who's we?
I am going to be there at the Forest Lake Sportsman Club, and so is Jake Latola.
Oh, that's awesome. So, I mean, that's a really good deal. Get your slot, case of ammo, your slot, a case of ammo. Yeah, I mean, that's a good deal.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Now, we saw somebody ask if do they have to be a junior, or can they just recognize themselves as a junior? Do you have an answer for us?
Unfortunately, I believe you do have to actually be a junior. I mean, if you have some sort of fake birth certificate, maybe you can get with it, but I don't know. Not
to call anybody out there. Sorry, Nathan, but that's a no-go there unless you produce some kind of documentation.
Awesome. Now, Sean, something else is going on May 23rd, which is today.
Yeah, so tonight, self-squatting is going to open up. That's going to be a pretty big deal. I believe 7 p.m. Central Time. So today we have self-squatting, and some lucky junior is going to pretty much go kind of represent Federal at a match this year coming up. Yeah.
All right, Dakota. So how's your season been going so far?
It's actually has been going pretty well. Good. It's been busy. It's about to pick up. I leave in a week to drive to Nebraska to shoot the Zombies match, and from Nebraska we go straight to Texas to shoot the DC Project team match, and then drive back up and Triguns like right around the corner.
Yeah, you've had a pretty busy season, and I know after the Trigun, looks like you're going to be buckling down to get ready for Rifle Worlds, and so we wish you the best of luck in all of your matches.
For sure. Now, Dakota, I noticed
appreciate that.
In a lot of your recent match photos, you're typically surrounded by a lot of mud. Do you feel like you're experiencing that here at the Trigun this year with the rain we've had coming down, or are you going to give us a break there?
I really hope we do not see mud like that. That mud has mainly been in Texas, and I really hope that it like stays there. I don't need any more mud. But yeah, I have hope that it won't rain, hopefully. Maybe not. I don't know.
Well, a couple weeks. Well, I guess, Sean, you said this past weekend while I was in Talladega, you guys got some snow here?
Yeah, we were snowing just a few days ago, actually.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Bad.
So I keep bringing up the snow so that all of the shooters coming up here are going to start getting it in their head that in June it will snow on them, so they kind of psych themselves out.
And the plus side of that is
possible.
Maybe it'll delay the mosquito hatch from happening. But also on that note, actually, the Forest Lake Sportsman's Club now has their own sprayer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so they spray probably the week before the match, but it's been pretty good since they started doing that. No wood ticks or mosquitoes are at a minimum, so that's been nice.
Well, that is awesome. Well, that's good stuff. All right, Dakota. Well, you're a local to Forest Lake, and I know you shoot a lot of matches, a lot of local matches. You do some trap for the school. And I mean, you actually go to school here. So what we're looking for in this podcast are some go-to places, whether you want to eat breakfast early in the morning before the match starts or even dinner. Lunch will be covered by the Forest Lakes.
On location, you can get your lunch there.
Yes. So what do you got for us as far as getting breakfast or dinner in Forest Lake?
Well, I mean, depending on what somebody's looking for, if you're looking for something really fast, we have like a variety of fast food places. Almost all of the, I guess, normal ones.
Okay.
Like McDonald's, Taco Bell, like everything. But if you're looking for like good food that's decently fast, I know that a lot of people really enjoy going to Keys Cafe, which is right next to the hotel, the Match Hotel, I believe.
Yep.
And it's only about maybe 5 minutes away from the range, so that's really close. I know that a lot of people also enjoy going to the Village Inn, which is in Wyoming, which is also about 5 minutes away from the range. Those are the two main places for breakfast that people really enjoy going. I would say for dinner, if you like Mexican food, Don Julio's in Forest Lake, that's really good. I'm not a huge fan of Mexican, but
Don Julio's.
They have good Mexican food. Vanelli's is another really good place.
What
Keys
about
Cafe also serves dinner. Norman Quack's also serves dinner.
Now,
Everybody likes going there.
Norman Quack's is one that I'm more familiar with. It seems like a lot of shooters will go there and have dinner, I guess, after the match. So that's where I've ended up most of the times.
Yeah, they're pretty good with the locals too, though. So Friday, Saturday night, they might be packed if you're getting in there at prime time. But
if you go there, it usually takes a little while, but they have pretty good food.
Worth the wait, that's for sure.
Now, there's what's that burger place that's right down the road from Quack's or whatever?
Are you talking fast
the
food?
meat market?
No. The meat market.
Market.
The meat market is really good.
Yeah, they've had good food there. You can go further down Broadway too. There's places by the lake. There's another one down 97, just outside of town. Stella's. Have you eaten there?
I have never ate at Stella's.
They have good food.
All right, they have the best broasted buffalo wings I've ever eaten. If anybody's looking
They have
for that option.
really good mac and cheese with like bacon and all sorts of things in it. It's pretty good.
That does sound good.
But yeah, I'm actually craving it right now.
I felt like Riley will be going there.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And then they're going a little bit further. If you go north up Highway 8, your family turned me on to this place, Dakota. What's the place up Highway 8?
The Northern, actually, they have fantastic nachos. Pork nachos, I want to say. But you get a lot of them, and they're on, like, homemade potato chips.
Yeah, potato chips.
They're fantastic. They have all sorts of things on them. They have really good food.
Is that the place we went to after the Trigun last year?
We might have stopped up
Very
there.
possible.
If you ordered their chicken wings, bone in, they're huge. You won't forget those.
I can't remember. I know we went somewhere last year after the Trigun. We had such a large party. We had to sit at two tables.
Yeah, that would probably be there.
Oh, okay.
From what I remember.
Yeah, that place was really good. I know when Timu was in town, just in the country, actually, we all went over there and ate. That place was really good as well. Yeah.
That's getting a little out there, though. That's probably 20 minutes north of the range, I'd say. So if you got time, that's worth checking out.
Now, I mean, it is, one thing I want to bring up for those who think that you have to leave the range after you get done shooting to go find food. That is not true, or at least in the past, it has not been the case. I believe a couple of companies have gotten together and provided pizza. Mm-hmm. So they're all, there is that option of pizza. But I know a lot of times traveling and going to a new match, you're not sure of what food is around town. And, it's not very fun to go someplace, spend a lot of money, have horrible service and horrible food. So.
Right. Yeah, all the places we talked about they're going to be pretty good. With that, too, though, I mean, we don't have a confirmed date on the pizza night. Last year, I think we got it Friday and Saturday.
Possible, I believe so.
So just keep your ears open for that announcement, and that'll change based on sponsor participation and whatever's going on that week as well.
Now, I can't say a lot of times before the match, even local matches, a lot of us will meet up at the Village Inn. They've got really good breakfast for a decent price, and a lot of competitors will go up there and hang out before the match. And they open up early enough for you to get there. Have a good breakfast and be relaxed. And then, like Dakota said, it's only 5 minutes away from the range, if even that.
Yeah, quick service. And I think $12 is my normal tab for breakfast after tip.
Yeah, so that's not bad. Awesome. All right, Dakota. Well, let's get into the Trigun a little bit, the matches. I've been asking some people what was their favorite stage they shot in the past. What do you have for me?
Oh boy, this is a hard question. All the stages are usually fantastic. I'm gonna have to say, last year there was a pistol stage in gate 3. You started out handcuffed, which, I mean, the stage, to be honest, did not go well for me. It really sucked, but it was a really fun stage because it was kind of zigzag, and you shot targets, and you kind of had the option between shooting some targets really close, or you could take them from further back. But it was like a 60-round pistol stage. It was a lot of fun. That
was a lot of fun. They had the piano key targets up on that stage.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I believe that's also the stage where a lot of heavy shooters had to borrow mags from other shooters. So, Sean,
I recall that being the case.
If they have another stage like that, we'll probably be sharing mags.
I'm sure we will.
That was a fun stage, though.
Yeah.
So what went wrong for you on that stage?
Well, they had a handcuff on that stage, right? You were handcuffed to something, and then you had to shoot with your weekend pistol. Mm-hmm. You were sitting down, shot a couple targets at the back of the bay. One, I could not shoot weekend. I don't know. It was bad, really bad. And then I couldn't get out of the handcuffs because... yeah, that was just a struggle. And overall, I think, because that was at the beginning of the stage, I think that kind of just messed with me mentally, and I had a lot of misses and makeups and stuff like that, so that was rough.
Yeah, I can see, I hear, I've talked to a lot of people, and they said the handcuff got to them. I didn't mind the handcuff. It didn't really seem to bother me, but I felt really confident on that stage, so maybe that's why the handcuff wasn't a problem for me.
Yeah, I did see a lot of people...
Been getting out of handcuffs recently, Dustin?
I was wondering if you're going to go there, Dakota. No, Dakota. I am a law-abiding citizen and do not deal with law enforcement because I obey the rules always, except for when I'm driving.
You still deal with them. We shoot with a lot of cops.
We do.
And we hope to stay on their good side.
Yes. All right. Anyways.
I know that the stage next to that one was really fun, too. It was the one with the, gas can, and you shot some pistol, and then you shot rifle.
You shot rifle at the Flying Clay?
At the Flying Clay.
Pro tip. Pick up the props that you're going to be using, because my dad did not pick up that gas can and he expected it to be empty and he still has back problems.
I was going to ask you
from
about
picking that up at full speed.
So
did you
pick it up beforehand, or did you learn from your dad doing it? Okay, you did.
I did. But my dad did not.
Yeah, we were watching that stage when that happened, and he kind of stayed bent over while he shot that stage.
He was not expecting it to be containing anything, I think.
Yeah, that was a fun stage. I like the Hoser rifle on that stage, except the last target had some issues with that. But it was a fun stage.
Yeah. I got a question for you, Dakota. Every year you see more and more junior shooters getting into 3-gun. The tri-gun is sometimes can be physically challenging, even for, the grown-ups. What advice do you have moving forward for a new junior shooter coming to shoot the tri-gun? So they've never shot a tri-gun, or maybe this is their first major match, or maybe they're not even going to have anything to do with the tri-gun. They're just listening to this post. What advice do you have for a junior shooter?
Well, the interesting thing about tri-gun is it's not like a natural terrain match per se, so it's not super physical in that way, but there's a lot of shooting and really kind of technical movements, but it's not like a base style match either, where you just hose through everything. So I guess I've had the most success with just trying to get through a stage without having any major catastrophes. I don't really know anybody that just walks up on a stage and completely burns it down because they were just going as fast as they can, like you would at a bay match. I prefer to treat it more or less like an all-terrain match and just try and survive a stage, and that's what I've had the most success with, because I guess speed kind of comes to you in the moment. But yeah, don't be afraid to ask questions. Everybody from Minnesota and everybody that actually comes up here is fantastic. So
what about the physical part, though? Hard as hell last year, you had to get help. Is that something? The physical
part?
Yeah, the physical part.
Ask questions. I don't think that tri-gun's going to have anything like they did at Utah, to the point where junior shooters actually had the ability to get help from other shooters on certain things. We have not reached that level so far. We'll see this year. But I would say ask questions. If you have a question about whether you can have help with something, ask questions. It's a guaranteed no if you don't ask. And also don't, stress the physical stuff as much, because there's a lot of shooting. You look at some of the stages and there's a lot of shooting. So don't completely stress the physical stuff.
Yeah, that's, I have to agree. A lot of that, what you were just saying, is really good advice for juniors, but it's also good advice for guys that have been shooting for a while. Sometimes you get out there and you just forget your entire stage plan. And some people just forget to just try to survive the stage and still have fun and enjoy the match. Dakota, thank you very much for coming on here, spending some time with us. We know it's you've got to get some of your schoolwork done because you're still in school. Did you have anything you wanted to throw out there, before we let you go?
Pro tip. Thank the sponsors. That's how they come back, is thank yous and showing your appreciation. If you pull something off the prize table, write them an email, send them a handwritten thank you note, do something to acknowledge them. If you see them, thank them. It'll make you go far in life.
Yeah, all of that goes a long ways. And, seeing that you brought that up, do you want to give a shout out to any of your sponsors or all of your sponsors?
Absolutely. So obviously JP does a lot, and they're doing a lot for tri-gun too. You guys are sponsoring a lot of matches this year.
We are.
It's pretty neat. And you've kind of expanded too, not just with 3-gun, so that's really cool. Go buy something JP. a big recommendation. Federal as well. They're sponsoring Trigun this year, which is really exciting. And if you haven't had a chance to try out their 130 Syntec, it's like it has a JPP GMR on the front of the box.
Yeah, I saw that.
And
Isn't
they
that
are
cool?
fantastic. I had ordered the 150s and I shot the 130s and I changed my order. I was like, no, I have to have these now because they're fantastic. Everybody seems to be looking for like a cross between a 147 or 150 and a 124. And that's literally, it's so perfect. They're fantastic to shoot. Super flat. Anyways, try those. They're great. Benelli, they are also sponsoring Trigun this year, which is great. I shot a new Benelli today because I shot skeet for the first time ever today. So that's exciting. And they were fantastic. I had coached my trap team, and one of the participants / students, his gun broke, and he actually used my brother's new Benelli. So that's cool. Always can rely on those. Arms and Arms, that's another sponsor. They do a lot of transfers for me, and it's super cool because it's one of the few gun stores that I've actually been to where you could probably get everything you need to shoot a match at that like one store. Like you can get competition, like ready guns, all your belt stuff, like all the gear, all the ammo. It's great. Obviously, my mom and dad. Range Tactical. I think they're going to be there this year.
Yeah, they will.
I've had a lot of people. I'm going to be using a cart because I can actually bring it because it's a match where it'll come in handy. So that's fantastic. I'm excited.
Well, speaking of them, he's actually working on something right now for me to fit the voodoo bag on the inside of the cart.
Oh,
yes, so
that will be great.
I will send you some sneak pictures of those. But anyway, sorry. Back to the sponsors.
Yes. Vortex obviously is a title sponsor, and they do so much for the community. Like, it's ridiculous. I don't even understand how, but it seems like every single match I go to, they have such a big appearance, and they donate so much to the matches and so much to like shooters in general. So buy some of their products. They have like VIP warranty. You can get it fixed if it breaks, if your house burns down, and you happen to lose your scope. Send it in and they will fix it. They're optic gods.
Awesome. All right. You got anybody else on that list?
I do not believe so. Oh, if you look into Generation 3 gun, whether it be the match or just the company, they reimburse juniors for match. So that's fantastic. It's really expensive. Just in case you haven't noticed, just in case you're new here, shooting is expensive. So match fees get reimbursed by Generation 3 and like your match, Junior Shoot Free. It's in Lake of the Ozarks, Missouri. Oh wait, it's at Chad's range, I think, this year. So in Gatson, the Gatson Shooting Center.
Yep.
I want to say. Yeah. So that's going to be a great match too. I'm really excited. I really look forward to that match every year.
Awesome.
So that's great.
Awesome, Dakota. Well, hey, once again, thanks for coming on. We're gonna wrap this up here, and we'll chat with you soon. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Dakota.
All right. Sounds fantastic. Anytime.
All right, so guys, there you have it. There was Dakota Overland, full of pep as always, and like she said, later today, Federal, her and Jake Latola will be doing the giveaway for Federal ammo and a paid slot to the Trigun. That's happening around 4:30 or 5 o'clock.
Yeah, that's huge. That's awesome that they're doing that.
Yeah, it's really cool. I mean, when we talk about companies giving back to the sport, that is something right there that a lot of people need to pay attention to. They don't have to do that, and they, somebody over there thought that would be a cool idea, and I agree 100% with them. That's really cool to see. Also, later tonight, did you say 7 p.m., Sean? That's
7 p.m. Central. We got self-squatting opening up.
So it's always interesting. This is one of my favorite days of any match is to watch the squads build and watch the jumping of squads as well, or a couple of shooters moving around. So it's good times. Once again, thanks to all of our sponsors. Earlier Sean went through that list. So
yeah. So today I'm going to ask in the comments section, who do you guys think used that water trough last year to cool off? I happen to have some video footage of somebody dousing their head.
Wait, somebody actually put their head in the water
filthy,
trough.
stagnant mosquito water.
Is it a local shooter to Minnesota?
It could be. I'm not going to reveal too much. I just want to see what people are going to put. Tag your buddy if you think it was them. They didn't dunk their head, but they definitely used a good portion of that water to cool themselves off.
Wait, now this isn't coming from their muzzle blast?
No, this was straight up walking up to the water trough, taking a handful of water, and dousing their head with it.
Okay.
So,
somebody's brave.
That's what I want to see you guys put in the comments.
Awesome.
With that, I got nothing else.
All right. Well, once again, thanks to our two title sponsors, Nordic Components and Vortex Optics. Without you guys, a lot of the stuff that's going on wouldn't be possible. And same goes to the rest of the sponsors. So thank you very much.